What's up? It's Willis, back with another one. Today, I don't really have any concrete plans, social distancing and all, but I'm ready to do a project that, again, it's another one I feel like I've been wanting to do for a while, but haven't quite had the motivation or had all the parts lined up together. Today, I'm going to collect a bunch of my camera gear in a pile, put it in my car, and drive over to the silos in Mankato, where someone named Guido, what's his name? There's a silo art project happening in Mankato. My tea's ready. I was just filming in 4K, and I did that as an experiment yesterday when I was in this spot to try to see if it would work and if it would make a difference. It did work. My computer, however, did not like it. Australian artist Guido van Helten is currently painting the silos down on Riverfront in Mankato that can be seen from across the river in North Mankato, and I just wanted to capture it in a fun way, to take some photos, take some video, maybe even speak with the artist himself, but now given the current climate and pandemic, I think maybe that'll be a bit more difficult. I'm just gonna gather some things and go over there and try and check it out, take some photos. I've been wanting to use my film lenses a bit more. I don't even know where my other one is right now, but I got this Photo Dua. I got this adapter. It's an M42 to FX lens adapter, so it enables me to connect my screw old school 35mm film lenses to my Fujifilm, which is fun because I've got a couple of these lenses that would be, they have some features that are nice. Like this one is a 55mm f1.7, which gives me some really nice creamy bokeh, and I like the effect of it when it makes sense to use it. It's obviously not stabilized, it's obviously not autofocus, so I have to manually focus this one, which, coming from the 35mm film camera, I think it's a pretty easy transition. I really like the focus peak highlights function of the Fujifilms. That really helps. I'm gonna go exploring with these, and hopefully I'll be able to find my 90 to 230. I think I have a 90 to 230 telephoto lens, which will also be helpful. That's a plan for today, and then after that we'll try and figure out some more projects. I'm thinking about maybe doing some songs or recording some drum beats for some friends trying to do collab projects. Or Smile Bro just sent me his new track. I'm gonna do a remix to that. But maybe not today. We'll see. Find yourself a good tea recipe. Yeah, so Guido's a super cool guy. I haven't met him personally, but I've seen him around at a couple of the events around town. Some that I've been playing music at, and some that I've just been at socializing. And he paints these gigantic murals on things like silos and grain bins and buildings. He's got a nice Instagram page too. Check him out, way cool. We're gonna go try and visit him and see what he's up to. Hopefully he's there. Otherwise, I'll just probably shoot some B-roll of the painting progress that he has done. So let's find the tele lens. Let's cool this tea off a little bit, and let's get a move on. I found the lens I was talking about. This big old thing. This is my 90 to 230. So on a 1.5 crop, 230 would be 310. This punches in pretty hard, and the thing I have trouble with typically is getting sharp edges on the thing. I'm gonna try a couple of different settings. I'm about to head over there. I'm just gathering some things. I'll probably bring it all. Might as well, right? Get crazy. Let's bring it all. So I got all my extra lenses packed up. I've got my tripod. I've got my tea. Street sweepers out. Well, let's go get it. Round 2. It really is bright as hell today. Feels like spring, man. Feels like spring. Ha.
Bluetooth audio.
Oh, heck yeah. This track's by my boy Luster. DJ Luster in the house. So I didn't see him up there painting, but we're gonna go take a look anyway, and I'll just try and grab some still shots, and it should be all right. Let's do it. Beep. Let's go. I don't know what that horn is, but it looks like that's his cherry picker. And I bet this sounds like trash. So first up we got the 55 f1.7 Shannon, and I'm gonna do some photos with that, probably try and get some nice pictures. So I'm curious about how the noise levels are here. Whew, I'm a little warm. I came out here to check and see if Guido is working on the Silo art project, and he is not, unfortunately, but I got to see it. I took a couple of photos that I think turned out pretty nice. We'll see. I wanted to play around with some of the different lenses that I have. I wonder how you get started with a project like this. I can't imagine doing the first one. I can imagine what it would be like to do the 10th one, but doing the first project like this sounds crazy. And I guess that's why he does what he does, is he's very good at painting massive murals. I'm probably gonna head back in soon, so this is gonna wrap up the outdoor portion of today's adventure. This was really fun. I think I got some okay photos. I want to talk a little bit about the lenses that I use. So I wound up using primarily the telephoto lens, but I found that I didn't even need that much zoom, really, being this close to the subject and with the subject being this large. On this crop sensor, even 90 millimeter lens is like 1/135 or something. So it punched me in pretty close, and I definitely couldn't frame the whole thing. A trash bag ran by. All right, let's go back home. It's hot. That was fun. I am going to go back to my home and check out some of the footage. I also want to do a conundrum project. Ah, yes, the circuit video. Yeah. Oh, it's hot. For a long time, I've been making up excuses for why I'm not ready to do the next thing. And I don't have any more excuses. So we're doing it all. I'm back from my adventure out to see Guido and the Silo Art Project. I just wanted to sit down with lunch and talk a little bit about some of the projects that have been inspiring me recently. I've been listening to a lot of Gary Vee podcasts recently because I really like the business creative insights that I get from listening to his content, and I enjoy the way that he approaches problems and the way that he has clarity of purpose. It feels like going into things, he kind of knows what's gonna be the thing that's gonna work. And that's something that I feel like I've been struggling with, so I sort of look to him as a little bit of like a mentor idea person. I don't think we need to agree with everything someone says to be able to extract some value out of their ideas and thoughts. And so that's how I feel with Gary. One of the recent things that he said that really stood out to me was that you need to find a pillar piece of content for your project or business. What's your pillar piece of content? When I was thinking about that, I'm like, oh, like what does that look like? Especially what does it look like for a musical project? But then I knew exactly what it was, because one of my favorite artists right now, totally killing it, Stolen Drums. He does this regular show that he live streams on YouTube, and now he's been doing it on Instagram stories even. He has a really iconic and sustainable pillar piece of content. The one live stream he ends up being able to crop out for all of the different platforms. He's developed this, but the things that have stayed consistent has been that he'll start with a jam. And he starts with a jam because he gives people time to filter in, and he plays his music. He gets in the mood of, he'll like play beats. He'll play his beats and he'll mess around with them. I've heard him freestyle on occasion. He just has fun and gets into the mood, gives the live stream time to develop a little bit because people show up slowly. He'll do that for 5 to 20 minutes and he'll just be vibing out. After that, he'll do something else. I've seen him change it up a couple times. Sometimes he will just make a beat with samples from his record library, and other times he will make a track in Ableton. Sometimes he'll do a DJ set, or he'll take requests, or he'll do a rap thing. He's all over the place, but it's wonderful. And it's a familiar format that people will come to know and enjoy. It's a very cohesive, creative project, and I really like it. So I've been thinking a lot about different ways to try and integrate some of those ideas into my own projects. That's what we're getting into today. Stolen Drums method, breaking it down, finding a version that works for me, and just giving it a go. And then yeah. See how that goes? One of my musical collaborators just sent me a live set by Petite Biscuit. I hadn't heard of them, but it looks sweet, and so I'm gonna check it out. I've been doing a little bit of research into live sets that are cool because I think that that's a little bit what I want my content pillar to be, is I want it to be a performable thing that I could, some version of it, I want to be able to perform out so that if I ever got the opportunity to play it out, I could. I'm gonna go watch this live set video and think about it. So that's been one of the most fascinating and difficult parts about being an electronic musician, is figuring out how to perform live, to figure out how you want to communicate your music to the world and what you enjoy doing. So much of electronic music is made on a laptop in the privacy of your own home. Unless you're able to bring that on tour with you or to a club, it's difficult to figure out how to do that, especially if you're regularly manipulating audio samples. You know, you play a line on a synthesizer and then you chop it up in Ableton and reverse it and run it through a bit crusher and automate the volume of it. It becomes this very complex sound and nearly impossible to recreate live on a stage. So figuring out how to perform as an electronic musician is one of the biggest challenges most electronic musicians will face. Because I believe that once an electronic musician develops a style of performing and develops a thing that works for them, if they're good, if they've done the necessary networking required, that I believe that then they will be able to tour off their music, to some extent at least. I think electronic music is so big and it's got such energy that if you put together a cool set, you can play it out. Getting paid well for that is a different thing, but one thing at a time. He's got a bunch of things to hit with sticks and finger drum. Well, I got distracted, but we're back on track. I wound up watching a whole bunch of different YouTube videos after I watched the live set one. We'll check back in with my original goal of doing a conundrum jam that's fun, simple, and a piece of pillar content that I can maybe live stream, maybe just capture for this time, and then chop up for clips. Right now, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is do a circuit jam in my dining room space. I'm in my dining room right now, and I'm gonna set up the circuit jam in here because I think that doing it here will give me the ability to have better light control of what's going on in this room and just be able to focus on the circuit, focus on the jam, and still have a nice looking video. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm getting it set up right now. Now I'm just gonna get the video switcher hooked up and OBS so that I can do a capture like that. Audio plugged in, circuit pulled out, and then it's jam time. just finished up the jam. You can see camera's almost out of batteries. I think it went pretty well. We'll see how it goes. I had fun with it. And yeah, I think I could do this again. I think my jams were kind of shitty, but like, you know, that's how shit starts anyway. So just keep practicing, have fun, explore what's possible. I think these videos and this project has been really good to push me out of my comfort zone a little bit, try some new things, and to get the ball rolling on a couple of different projects that I've been putting off for a while. So I'm working on it, Grandpa. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought, give it some thumbs, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Thank you.